Wait a minute. What am I doing? Two men and a what? Two friends from film school, one who graduated, one who did, and they decided to make a podcast. Okay, this has never been done before, right? Okay. This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.
I don't think... I mean, first off, I know you don't like kids, but I think a murderer, I don't know if you could actually get behind in reality. But I don't think you could date another narcissist. I don't think that your relationship, I truly think the town wouldn't be big enough for the two of you.
I think we're narcissists in different ways. I think we'd form one bigger, greater narcissist. A narcissist union. Like the EU. We'd start a narcissistic euro.
More power to you.
I don't know. I mean, I don't support.
You don't support child murder?
I don't support what she did.
Yeah.
Emotionally, it doesn't bother me.
That's
If I think about it, I don't
insane.
really feel anything about it at all.
That's insane. I know you're a sociopath.
Well, she's
but
kind
that
of
is-
hot, so
And
her hotness. What I feel from how she looks is greater than the whatever feeling I have about her murdering the child. I just don't really feel anything about that.
you're an insane person.
Everyone's like, "Yeah, she's a monster." Every time I see her, I'm
She's
like,
a monster.
Whatever. She seems nice. Get a beer with her.
She's okay. You
Anyways,
know,
I was reading the article about her on E Plus Online. I guess that's entertainment online. I was like, man, she's looking good. And then she's like 39. So in other news, I've upped my dating Bumble profile age height. The max to 39.
well, okay.
Um,
What was it before?
35. I've upped it some, and you always get a little overreach. So now it's like hitting 42s and stuff. But that is solely because I saw Casey Anthony went, "Oh, she's looking good. Oh, 39." I'm like, oh, there's probably some good looking some 40-year-old women out there looking good like Casey Anthony. Maybe I'll find her. Maybe she's a Bumble user.
I'm happy. I hope it works out. I hope it works out for you.
It works out for me and Casey.
No, it works out for you and the 40-year-old woman on Bumble you meet.
Yeah, I hope it works out for you. And
No.
Just don't have kids.
No, don't have kids. First off, never have children with Casey Anthony in general. Don't have kids with Casey Anthony.
I think. Where's she from?
Florida?
Good Florida woman. She's moving up. She's in New Hampshire. She's gonna hit Canada. She's gonna have to come west, or she'll go east a bit, then hit the coast and start going west, across the Great Lakes, into our area.
You're insane. Isn't she from Ohio?
Even better.
Yeah,
You're selling me on Casey
I know
Anthony.
I think the thing the murder happened in Florida, but I want to say she's from Ohio. I can't find anything, but I know that it took place in like Orlando.
Look, to be fair, I am a very firm believer that currently it's unethical to have children.
Sure. Yeah.
Adopt.
Yes.
So if anything,
I think she is banned from every adoption list.
I'm not saying she should adopt. I'm saying she kind of like balanced out the unethicalness of bringing a child in.
No, drowning your child or taking your child, like killing your kid, does not even out the unethicalness of.
Look, in
bringing,
like 10 years...
Two wrongs do not make a right, literally.
In 10 years, everything's going to be so bad. We're going to be seeing, like, kids just offer themselves left and right because they don't want to live in this terrible world that has been given to them. And she's going to be proven correct.
No,
that
she's
kid
not.
died in a happy past.
No, she was murdered by her mother. This kid... This is so asinine that I know you believe it for the bit, but I need you to know.
Yeah.
Microphones, whether or not they're on or off, doesn't matter. Killing your kid does not even out having your kid.
Nah, I'm against child... The thing is, like, I'm against child murder, but I'm not particularly moved if you do it. I just don't...
You're insane.
It's just something that doesn't move.
That's wrong.
It's like when I heard about that, like, that nurse that was killing all the babies. My only reaction was imagining her, like, peeking over cradles, like some sort of grumbling. Like, that was my total emotional sum of that story.
Welcome to the 2 Minute Movie Pod. I'm done.
I decide when we're done talking about child murder and how I feel nothing. Welcome to the 2 Men in the Movie podcast, where each week one man shows another man a movie he can't believe he hasn't always seen. As always, I'm your morally questionable host, Matthew Olenchek. Pro Casey Anthony. Join as always.
Wait, pro like her being alive?
I'm pro her.
As in what?
If I saw her in the streets, I'd go, killing a queen.
That's not morally questionable. That's morally wrong.
Joined as always by my misogynist host who hates women and their struggle against patriarchal systems, such as the almost an imperial prison, which would be nuts. I guess it is imperial prison. We are an empire. Prison industrial complex. Co-host Harrison Poole, who's also my work husband, which will make him tangibly husband related to Casey Anthony once we get married.
Listen,
by all rights, Cameron should be my best man. I would make you my best man in that marriage because I know that you would hate it the most. I know, like, by making you best man of that, like, Cameron, you would have been my best man, but you have less of an issue with beating it than Harrison does. And Harrison's not going to say no.
I'm questioning so many decisions that I've made, of least of all watching this movie, but also like what brought us here. What in the last decade did I do to punish me by having this conversation?
All that drinking. The Mormons were right. It's a sin.
Fair.
God sent me and my Casey Anthony loving ways to punish you for all your hooch.
Okay. How are you today outside of Casey Anthony?
I'm doing okay. I mean, there are some pretty fucking smoking MILFs on this round. I was worried. I also do Facebook dating, which is the worst.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's not I think it's the best app.
What's that?
There's not a lot of ads.
Sure.
And when someone swipes you, when someone likes you, you know. It
Okay.
tells you.
Sure.
Which, like, no other dating app does without you paying, like, copious amounts of money, and more once you're like over 24, I think, is the age a lot of the apps will like bump up how much they charge you. However, the people on it are by far like that's what that you get freaks on that app. And am I like
It's Facebook.
yeah, it's
Facebook.
you figured that there'd also be in other dating apps though.
I would think Facebook would be the worst.
It is. Let's see, it's like $14 a week.
You pay
No, for Bumble. I'm just telling you the price.
You pay $14 a week.
I
for
don't
Bumble.
have Bumble Premium.
Oh,
Plus.
okay.
But if you buy 1 month, it's $14 a week. If you buy 3 months, it's $9.33 a week. The best value. So you get 1 month for $60, 3 months for $120, or 1 week for $30.
Well,
I haven't bumped my age up on Facebook dating. I'm terrified of doing that.
do not. As someone who is friends with a lot of 40-year-old women on Facebook, do not bump up the Facebook your age on Facebook.
There's gonna be. I'm gonna see like old clown girls. I'm already seeing the most clown girls I see are on like Facebook.
Sure. Yes.
I get them on Bumble too.
Sure.
But I feel like I'm gonna get like old clown girls.
I don't think there are old clown girls.
You think they die young?
No, I think that it's a newish phenomenon, at least on a wide scale public level.
Yeah, but they're all my age. This is the weird thing. Is like there's all these new phenomenons, but they're all my age, which means I can't chalk it up to like generational differences. Like, oh, it's just that the generation below me got really into clowns. You know, it's like people my age are suddenly into being clown girls. Like everyone my age is suddenly into like being poly. Like 80% of the people, I feel probably not. It's probably close to like 60 or 70% of the people on like Bumble are like polyamorous, and they're my age. So I'm like, where was this? Where'd it come from? What changed?
I don't know, and it makes me sad. Listen, I don't know. If everyone is on board and there's constant communication.
I'm like pro polyamory sounds great. I love the idea of a bunch of people living in a house fucking each other. It's just like I'm not into that, so it sucks when that's like the majority of people on dating apps. That's my only issue with polyamory. Otherwise, hell yeah, go fuck as many people. They have this weird fucking loving relationship.
Yeah, yeah. Have your romantic orgy.
Have
I don't
have like
care.
4 people in a bed having passionate, romantic, amateur sex.
Yeah, dude, I don't care. Live your life. Not for me.
They didn't even make an app for it or something, so they all go over there.
I think I don't know.
Like we have an app for Amish people, and so I don't have to see them. There's a Christian dating app, but they're everywhere because we're America, so and it's like the biggest religion in the world. So
yeah.
there's a lot of people where like the first thing in their profile is just like, "You gotta love God," and I'm like, gee, calm down. Like I have no issue with faith, but if your first thing in your dating profile is like, "You must love Christ," I'm like, Jesus Christ. So it's,
No, I don't know. Again, I'm not on dating apps. As someone in an interfaith relationship, like it would be a lot easier if what
I just like that.
the term interfaith.
Because I thought of interfaith, right? And I thought it's funny because there's because I went to probably the most inter thing would be like interracial relationship.
Sure,
And
I mean
then
same.
I
I'm also in that.
but I immediately imagine like there being a category in Pornhub called interfaith.
But no, like
CC, BCC, Big Catholic.
So anyway, I don't know. It's life would be a lot easier. Easier is the wrong term. I don't know. There is it. If that is important to you, then I totally understand that being important to you. And if that is your key thing, I get it. Like my faith runs my life in ways that I don't fully comprehend because like it's ingrained.
I think if you made a profile, that wouldn't be like the first thing in your profile.
No, it would be third or fourth. Like it would be high up there. My thing is like, I don't know. I think it was it's like John Green who says he and his brother, one's an atheist and John's like used to be a pastor in a hospital, like Christian.
Yeah.
And he's like, I care less about what or where you think the voice in your head is coming from and more about if the voice is saying the same thing. Like whether the voice is like instinct, if a house is on fire and you have the thing in your head saying get the fuck out of the fire, then it doesn't matter whether that's coming from like an instinct human thing or the Lord, or like if you have a talking smoke alarm. Like it's
like Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, the important thing is that you get the fuck out of the fire.
Is that Wilford Brimley? No, it was what's his name? That guy. Voiced a parrot.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, well, that's Gilbert Gottfried. That's the fucking.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I care more about that the voice is saying the same. I care more that we have the same moral alignment than we have the same faith alignment. With that being said, to many people, their faith and morals are inextricable. That's the word. Like
No,
you can't like
interchangeable,
or you can't pull them apart. You can't separate them. So if that is the thing that is most important to you, I understand that thing being, because I think what in many ways what they're saying is that our morals need to align, and this is what moral alignment means to me. I'm also not on the apps, and it would kind of it wouldn't turn me off, but it would not be.
I feel like
instant,
you're also being pretty generous. I feel a lot of those people, at least in our area, aren't so much like, oh, you need to have Christian values so much as like,
Sure, you need to hate the gays.
You need to be Christian because if you're not Christian, you're bad.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my most important. I don't really put a lot of values in mine. I don't think value driven. Like I see a profile, it's like must be kind. I'm like, ugh. But I'm gonna put like must think Casey Anthony's hot. Must think Casey Anthony's hot. Must love cockatoo videos.
You are more. Here's the thing. Find someone who finds Casey Anthony hot. I don't care if you find Casey Anthony hot. I don't want someone who is willing to date a child murderer.
Well, I am.
I know.
Speaking of
like,
that,
I think
the movie this week is Vice, and that's my vice.
Yeah.
Child murdering Thotties. Thotties with a body.
Yeah, there's a reason we're not together. That this is a deep friendship, but also like a business. Yes, we have a deep personal relationship, and I value our relationship very deeply. I would never date you. I'm sorry.
Also,
You,
I'm straight.
I'm sure. Yeah, okay, I'm
I'd
sure.
say that's the biggest reason.
Sure, you're straight. Anyway.
Biggest reason
but-
you would date Casey Anthony. Second, you don't fuck Matt.
Yeah, for real. But like, sure. Anyway, the movie. You picked the movie
I
this
did.
week.
I picked Vice
Yeah.
with Christian Bale,
Yes.
Amy Adams. I forgot that. Right, Amy Adams.
Yes.
And
And Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, the best casting of that year.
Oh, Steve Carell is the best part of that movie.
I was losing my mind in the theater because at the very beginning when he's like, "Oh, we got planes in the air on this," I'm like, "Is that Steve Carell?
Yeah.
Did they make Steve Carell Rumsfeld?"
I did not like this movie
You didn't like
nearly
the
at
movie?
all, and I love Steve Carell.
You
in
didn't
this
like
movie.
the movie? Why
Not even
not?
kind of. It's so it's one of the least subtle things I've ever seen. And I'm not saying you need subtlety in art, but it treats the audience like it's stupid, and I don't
I
like
like
that
that.
even. I know you do.
I
I don't like that at all.
Not necessarily that treats audience stupid, but I think because the big thing about Dick Cheney is that I would say the average American knows very little about him.
Sure.
And
I mean, I would say the average American knows that he's an evil man. I think that's the extent of that. He's an evil man and that he shot a dude.
And I think that like
I think those are the two things people would know.
there is virtue or a virtue, not virtue as in the concept of virtue.
Sure.
Of beating the audience over the head with like this is that like look like he's this huge critical figure that led to so much terrible things.
Sure.
And we all need to be I don't think it's so much like the beatings coming from you're stupid and I want to beat you with it so much as you are ignorant of this and I need you to understand how bad he is. Like it's a hit piece is what it is. It's because I guess it is country art stupid. But I've always viewed it more as a hit piece where it's just a very blatant attack on Dick Cheney. It's a person who's like hates Dick Cheney being like, I'm going to fucking full barrel shotgun both of them into this guy repeatedly. And you can watch, but and then it was like taken out of theaters like a week after it came out.
Yeah, sure. It's
brutal towards him. It is possibly the most because there's a lot of movies where they're like, oh, this guy's bad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It is by far the movie I think that takes the harshest view of its subject
that we've watched so far.
that I've seen.
I think All That Jazz takes a harsher view of
That's
Bob Fosse.
That's himself.
than-
I'm saying like from one person to another person.
Oh, sure. I don't know if that I've ever seen, but that we've seen for this show, sure.
Like the Margaret Thatcher one's kind of like, oh, she's kind of bad, but she also did this, and this one is just like it's the Eric Andre thing where it like shoots the entire clip, reloads it, keeps shooting. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Also, an incredible performance by Christian Bale and Sam Rockwell, but I love Sam Rockwell and everything.
See, it's Sam Rockwell's fine. Sam Rockwell is doing Dana Carvey's Bush as opposed to actually doing Bush. He's a cartoon character, and it's whatever.
Which I think works as as a film from the perspective of Dick Cheney, which it is.
Then Dick Cheney views himself as a cartoon character. It's just I don't know.
It has all my favorite things in it. It has the a fake ending. I love a fake ending.
Not
love
even
a
kind
fake
of.
ending. I
don't love a fake ending 40 minutes into my 2.5 hour movie.
A fourth wall break.
Mm-hmm.
I love a guy who looks like Matt Damon, and who I thought was Matt Damon for like half the movie.
Oh, Matt Damon?
Is that Matt Damon?
No,
It's not Matt Damon.
the Kurt.
Yeah.
He's in Breaking Bad, and
Matt. Okay,
people
Matt.
say he looks like.
Yeah, the whole like half the movie, I was like, is that Matt Damon?
No, it's not. It's oh my god.
I know it's not.
It's Jesse something.
I looked it up
but-
after the movie, but like I was like, it took me halfway through the movie to be like, that's not Matt Damon, but it
No.
looks a lot like Matt Damon.
Yes, he looks like Matt Damon. Yeah, Jesse Plemons.
I like it. I like a narrative device like that. I love a narrator device. There's a lot I like about this movie cinematically.
I don't like half this movie cinematically. Like, I think that it makes too many choices, and I think stick to like 3 or 4 of them. I think that this movie can't quite. I don't think this movie nails its tone even slightly. It can't decide whether it wants to be a comedy or a like political drama or a hit piece, and it does this weird tap dance of all three. And
So I was trying to find the Rotten Tomatoes for this, and there's a core question: what's the movie Vice about?
yeah, Dick Cheney.
Yeah, Dick Cheney. I don't understand the question.
Yeah, they want to know what the
They
movie's
saw
about.
the movie. They watched the movie, and they're like, "What is it about?"
No, that I mean, sure.
It's a silly question.
It's about Dick Cheney. That's
I know
it.
that's just the answer.
It's about Dick Cheney. It's about Dick Cheney and how Dick Cheney is an evil man. By the way, Dick Cheney is an evil man. Did I tell you Dick Cheney is an evil man? Don't ever forget that Dick Cheney is an evil man, because I'm going to remind you every second for this 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
Also, the first hour and 40 minutes are so slow and boring.
Ah, great.
The last 40 minutes is actually like pretty good. Once the movie decides that it wants to have a plot and focused on a singular moment, perfect.
Well, the plot's his life. It's following his like slow rise to power.
Okay. The movie should be about, first off, his rise to power should be about 30 to 40 minutes. The movie should be about the destruction he did during 9/11, and that's really only the last 40 minutes of this movie. Like, I would much rather have watched a political drama about the undoing than watching a man portray a cartoon character of an evil man for an hour and a half.
That's great.
It's not.
It's great.
It's so boring. It's boring and condescending. Also, I agree with Adam McKay. I think that's the thing here, is that Adam McKay is not the person to do this. That maybe the guy who made Anchorman and Step Brothers, movies I love so deeply, not subtle movies even quietly. I don't think that he should be the one to write the satirical political drama, or have a co-writer who knows how to write a political satirical drama. Like, I don't know.
This movie was a huge hit for the Dirtbag Left when it came out,
Okay.
because that was 2018 was a good year for that. But no, it was huge on like the far left.
Hell yeah,
I wonder
dude.
if that's just if what we're seeing here is that you're not the target audience for it. Because I do think that if there is a subsect of the left who are much meaner than you are, and I think this movie's made for meaner people. Like it's a mean movie.
It's mean, but it's like basic and boring. Like, you can be. Death of Stalin is a mean movie, but it's also like entertaining and like nails its tone better than this movie does. I also think Death of Stalin doesn't totally nail its tone, but it nails it better than this movie does. In the Loop is a mean political satire.
It's a hit piece where you watch. It's a hit piece calling someone a piece of shit, and you're supposed to laugh at him.
Okay.
And I think it nails that tone.
I don't think so.
It's as you said, piece of shit, piece of shit, piece of shit, and there's good comedy bits.
I didn't think this. Outside of him being a cartoon character, I didn't think that anything was particularly funny. Like, I don't get other than that the Dick Cheney is a joke, I don't get what the joke is. And if the joke is that Dick Cheney is a joke, I don't need to watch a 2.5 hour movie of that.
It's the dark comedy of it all. That impulse to find humor in how bad things are.
Sure, that's gallows humor, but like, if you like this thing, I'm happy. I'm not here to yuck your yum. It's a yuck for me.
I want a movie made by this guy, and I wanted it to be a sequel to. What was the name of the movie? I liked it. The Apprentice. Was that the Sebastian Stan?
Oh sure, I didn't watch that. I didn't care.
He does a good job. It's good.
But we'll see.
So I don't even want the whole movie. All I want is the cheeseburger, the big fast food banquet scene. I just want Sebastian Stan delivering that to me.
See, what's the point in that then? Like,
It's fucking hilarious.
but it's not. It's watching a human cartoon character be a human cartoon character while everything is burning down isn't funny
Everything's
to
burning
me.
around. It's the most powerful man in the world, and he's serving a bunch of college students who've reached college students, high school students, not adult professional players who've reached the peak of their amateur career, and they're getting invited to the White House to participate in this big banquet, which is supposed to be this big event, and it's fucking Wendy's.
Okay,
It's funny as shit.
that's not funny.
It's
That's
funny as
just,
shit.
no, that's not. That's just a thing. Like, I don't know. This movie talks down to its audience, or at least it feels like it's talking down to its audience to me. I think it thinks the audience is dumb, and Adam McKay is so smart for knowing Dick Cheney is evil, as if Dick Cheney being evil isn't common knowledge. Like
I think the movie's aging better in that regard. I think that's become less common knowledge. The general political understanding of the American citizen has been dropping ever since that movie came out. Just look at what's it now? Now they're saying the like weather isn't real.
What?
So there's this thing going where it's starting to pick up a lot of steam after the Texas floods, but that weather isn't real. There's like people saying they don't remember there being clouds when they were children. This one guy broke into a like a state like Idaho, like a state that's like further out west. There's not a lot going on there. Certainly not where one would keep a weather controlling device. And they broke into like the local news station, broke through a chain link fence, the most security you want for a weather controlling device, and like destroyed the weather radar because they said it was causing weather and all the floods. So that's like the new thing that's starting to rise up in the broader consciousness of the human. I'm not saying everyone believes it, obviously, but that's starting to pick up a lot of steam. Is that weather is made by the government and there weren't clouds when these people were children, which is wild because there's like paintings. That's the one thing I don't get. Like, besides the fact that, like, this also says that obviously there's been weather forever, but, like, there's, like, pictures of clouds when you were a kid. What do you mean there weren't clouds? I don't know if that's, like, what's self-gaslighting called?
Self-gaslighting's fine. Like, we know.
Self-gaslighting. Yeah. But just the idea of, like, getting really angry towards a weather station because when you were a kid there weren't clouds. I don't know. I think that's funny. And I wonder if that's just, this movie was made for a very specific type of audience who finds things like that funny.
Maybe, because that's not funny to me. That's sad.
Oh, that's so funny. It's a chain link fence. Like, yeah, they're going to keep the big weather controlling machine and a fucking, like, Idaho news station behind a chain link fence. You could just walk right into it, open it up. There wasn't even a lock on the breaker box. Like, that's what's controlling the weather.
I understand how someone can derive humor from that. I get nothing from that. And like, I don't know. If this movie works for you, then this movie works for you. Like, this is truly a thing where it's like, I don't know. If you like being told this, if you like being told the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, like, you can get more out of this than I did. Like, I don't care. Like, not that I don't care. Dick Cheney's an evil man, and I care very deeply that Dick Cheney is an evil man, and like, it's whatever. But the first, I've said earlier, the first hour and a half of this movie is just not worth watching. The first hour and a half of this movie should be 15 minutes. No, it should be like 25 minutes. This movie should be about post 9/11. Like, that's when he had the most power. That's when he had, like, did the most of everything. It's the most entertaining part of this movie. Like, when it's a movie. When this movie is a movie, it's actually pretty okay. Adam McKay is a competent filmmaker. But when this movie treats the audience like it's stupid, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna disengage because, like, I get what it's saying.
I remember when I saw
to the point.
When I first saw this movie, I never got that. I thought they were being like, again, like unloading balls to the wall into Dick Cheney. I never got the impression it thought the audience was stupid.
Okay.
I never walked out saying, "Oh, he thinks the American people is an idiot."
See, that's what I get that he thinks that the audience that watches this movie is stupid.
I saw this
or that there's going to be like...
Saw this with Brandon.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure. It makes sense. There's going to be a small subsect that are going to deeply agree with him, and then everyone else is stupid. Like, that's the tone that I feel like this movie got. That this movie, like, portrays. I also don't think this movie nails its tone, even kind of. I think it can't decide what it wants to be, and it tries to be like 4 different things, and it doesn't do any of them particularly well. I think there are parts of this movie visually that make no sense, but also, like, there are parts of this movie that you can cut entirely and the movie's the same. Like when Dick Cheney shot the dude and then the man apologized on TV, you can cut that out and you get that part of the movie's pointless. And I mean literally pointless. Like, you can remove it and you still understand how evil Dick Cheney is. Like, that movie doesn't make it, that part of the movie doesn't make him more evil. Like,
Yeah, but it's the absurdity of the situation. That's
sure, but like, it's not, I don't know. I think I think what I wanted out of this,
Go,
if
Simmer.
it's going to be a hit piece, I want it to be a concise hit piece. And it's not. It's a very meandering hit
This
piece.
person says all of Adam McKay's movies feel like they're talking down to the audience, patronizing, pandering, oversimplifying. He only gives an example in The Big Short, though.
I've also heard that about The Big Short and Don't Look Up. I've heard that both of those also talk down to its audience. But like, I don't know. I haven't seen Step Brothers in a while, and I just recently saw
Step Brothers
Anchorman.
talk down to the audience?
What?
That's what I'm wondering. How did Step Brothers talk down to the audience?
No, it's just it's a lowest common denominator
Yeah, but
comedy. No, but like Big Short and Vice.
Yeah, those are
and-
saying something, so they could talk down. Like, how's Anchorman going to talk down to the audience?
Okay, I think Anchorman does a better job of making the political point that this movie's trying to make. Maybe less specific, but better at making the political point that this movie's trying to make about like absolute power corrupting and just absolute narcissism being like funny to watch. I know Adam McKay can do this. I just don't think that he could. I don't even know that he can't do it in the tone that he did. I just don't think he does it in the tone that he, like, I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say.
You can take it down. Time's not real in this podcast. Sometimes we record for 5 hours and then we can only release 2. You take your time. Compose your thoughts.
No, I've gotten the bulk of my argument out. You just disagree with the bulk of my argument. Like,
Yeah.
and that's fine. Like, I think this is a wonderful movie for a discussion piece. Like, I think the fact that both of us can walk away from this movie, both of us can go into this movie with the same knowledge, and both of us can walk out of this movie with the completely different takeaways, is fascinating. Like, I'm not saying this movie shouldn't exist. This movie should exist. I think cut 45 minutes out of this movie easy. But like, as a statement, it makes its point 20 minutes in and then makes you sit through 2 hours of it making the same point over and over and over again, which is basically what I'm doing. That's kind of what that's kind of what we're doing with this podcast right now, is like,
I mean, I like a nice piece of media that disagrees with something I disagree with, then attacks it viciously. Like, I want the point made early on so we can just
Yeah.
settle into the shitting on it.
okay,
Like, is that politically it's not that you disagree with this movie politically, it's the dressing on that politics, that there is a form of like people who believe what you do, but they're much more into like, I want to see terrible shit and just laugh at it for the 2 hours. Or
I'm also not against that. I don't know.
because like the same people, like as we said earlier, where you disagreed, the same people I know who loved this movie were fucking like losing their minds over the cheeseburger banquet. Like, both of these were supremely enjoyable to us.
See, I don't know. Then please explain that to me. Like, explain to me the funny in that. No, I understand how you find it funny. Like, don't explain why it's fun. I don't.
I'll explain to you my thought process
Please.
and why I think it's funny.
Yes, please.
I'm worried it's gonna end up like therapy, where she asked me to explain. Like, recently, she's like, "How do you keep sane?" And then it was like, because I just feel like a lot of times in therapy, I don't have deeper reasoning. I just state the thing, but I'll try.
Okay, please, yeah.
Everything's shit.
Yes.
Right? It's setting. Everything's shit.
Yes.
That's the time frame. The setting. The White House.
Sure.
The seat of the most powerful country in America. Our actors, kids at the top of their game. Will probably be the greatest day of their lives. Meeting the most powerful man for a banquet. This
Yes.
is a tradition of. It's a tradition, not seen as sacred, but it has a kind of like
Yes.
dressing of like this. It's this honor tradition of the presidency.
There is value to
Yeah.
the event. Yes.
They come in. There's McDonald's,
Uh-huh.
and like, if it was just McDonald's, right? I'd be like, that's fine. There's Burger King as well. There are options of fast food, because he was sitting there and thinking, what if they don't like McDonald's? What if they're Burger King people? I'm a McDonald's guy, but I like Burger King as well. Let's get some Burger King. And he put thought into this. Everything is put on like the silver platters, the fine silver that Abraham Lincoln used is now supporting like Like, it's not even like oh, we just threw it on a table. Like, there was time and effort put into making this display, and he is so proud of it. He takes that picture where he's like,
See, that thought process makes sense as funny. I don't find it as funny as you do. I am smiling. I know you can't see it, but I am smiling. Sure.
And it really is on this Burger King too. Like, I was losing and I'm looking at the food. I'm like, he got two types. Like, he could have just gone to McDonald's and said, we're going to serve him fast food. So he just gets like, but he's like, there's got to be options. Like, he was like, what if they want a Whopper? I can't let these boys down. And then he's like, I get the best for the big, beautiful boys is what he called them. He called them his big, beautiful boys. I want the scene where it's him setting this up.
Sure.
And he's going around and he's like really into it, and he's like really upset. Like,
Sure.
like they didn't. He's like, you have to go out and get some Burger King. We can't just have McDonald's. You have to go get some Burger King. They need options. They fucking won the big game, for Christ's sake.
I will say, as much as I am dogging on the fact that all of them are playing cartoons, outside of Sam Rockwell, who's just doing Dana Carvey, like, everyone is very well. Steve Carell is the standout.
Which I think would be.
Steve Carell is perfect.
I
in this
think would be
movie.
a bigger issue if Bush was in this more.
Okay, I think he's in it too. Like, I think he's in it too much. We're having the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just he has crossed my line before he crosses yours.
But,
okay.
I mean, just and like the makeup effects, I guess is what you call
Yeah,
them.
didn't this win the Oscar for best makeup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
The makeup in this movie is fantastic.
like he's like towards the end of that movie, I stopped seeing Christian Bale like fuck. Like in the beginning, you know, we talked about how like I recognize actors in movies. Towards the end of it, like I stopped because not to say that I was seeing Dick Cheney, but they did such a good job of not making him look like Christian Bale.
Him in the hospital when he's dying, that like not final scene, but what we think is going to be like his final moment alive is the makeup on that alone won at the Oscar.
Yeah, no, it's
Steve
incredible.
Carell alone won this movie Oscar for best makeup. The makeup department carries this movie.
It's a very well casted movie.
It's fine. Yeah. Yes. I think everyone in it is good. Arnaldo Iannucci is much. See, I want to see his version of this because I think he would, if he Death of Stalin or in the looped this movie, like it had a consistent voice, I would have way fewer issues with all of the performances, which everyone's doing fine. I just think they're being cartoon characters, except for Steve Carell, who's the only semi-real person in this movie, or the only person who feels like a real person. Everyone else feels like they're Bugs Bunny, and like
I feel like that's not too like I feel a lot of these. I mean, there is a lot of cartoonishness in the actual people, like the one. Because we're talking about cartoonist George Bush, I'm not saying everything he did is true to life. But I mean, there is that very famous and very funny, in my opinion, a clip of him where he's talking about the war and he's like, now watch me do this drive. And then he just hits the golf ball.
Yes.
Like, these people were kind of cartoonish. And I mean, it's continued. Trump is a cartoonish person.
Yes, 100%. See, I think portraying Trump as a cartoon when he's already a cartoon is...
Like, if you do a
pointless
Ted Cruz
and-
movie, right?
Sure.
You put Butter Cow in, people are going to think that's insane. Like, these people are just these kind of ridiculous. I mean, there's a reason why Kamala's highest point polling in the last election was when they were just like, these people are weird. Because then you take a look at them and you go, they're cartoonishly weird people. Less so back then, but they were still, I mean, famously, Bush was like a cartoonish president.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
Lincoln
Cocaine
Park-
Cowboy.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
Lincoln Park song about it.
Sure. I think it's the same. It's very similar to what I have my issue with a lot of late night TV. And I understand that this isn't a controversial take, but I think portraying a cartoon character as a cartoon character while the world is burning. I think commenting on the world burning while the world is burning without saying anything else, I don't find much value in commenting on how everything sucks without doing something about it. This doesn't quite fall into the same category as like a Trump biopic would, but I think it's close. I think on some level, some things can't be satirized, or at least not satirized well, because at some point showing us the thing isn't like, I'll use Trump as an example. Trump is a cartoon character to the point where a lot of people, like, when they try and satirize him, try and say ridiculous things, but he has said those things. And so I don't, it's not effective satire if you're just giving us the thing. It's not effective satire if it's not, like, making the other side uncomfortable, or, like, the thing you're satiring uncomfortable. And I don't think
under that definition, I don't think that satire can exist for right now.
Yeah, sure. I right now I am fully willing to believe that. I don't think good satire.
When was the last time the right was able to be made to feel uncomfortable? 9/11?
I think Trump being elected the first time kind of killed satire of the right wing, because
again
they went from
under the
being,
definition
like,
of satire, making them feel uncomfortable. Like, I don't think even the best satire of the War on Terror years made them feel uncomfortable. It's cathartic for everyone on the left, but I don't think it affected the right in their own headspace.
See, I think it affected the right. I don't think it affected Dick Cheney. I think on some level, Dick Cheney is a megamaniacal narcissist, in that I don't think really anything would affect him. I'm not even saying you necessarily need to make Dick Cheney himself feel uncomfortable, but I do think that you need to intelligently make the right wing feel uncomfortable. And I think calling them stupid over and over and over again isn't doing that.
You say that, but like the most effective the Kamala campaign was when they all started calling the only time that the Kamala started soaring in the polls and the Trump's camp started faltering was when they were just like, hey, you're weird. Like, they're weird. Like, the right didn't know what to fucking do to that. Was like freaking the fuck out and had no response to that. And the only reason it stopped is because the Democrats were like, this is uncivil and below us. This is undignified. But like, that was the strongest the Kamala campaign was politically, was when their big push was, we're just going to point at the right and call them weird, like how fucking weird they are. That is what hits them, if anything. Like, if anything hits the right, it's not like trying to like figure out an intelligent way to like satire their beliefs. It's just kind of pointing at them and saying like they're dumb or weird. That's the only thing they don't know how to respond to. I don't know if it's because, I mean, a lot of their worldview is more, I'm not gonna say childlike, but more simplified than that. It's very like tribalistic in their views, but like just doing a value judgment like that is the only thing that really affects them. Like, you could satire things Trump's doing, right? You could make a scathing satire about.
See, I don't think you can.
I'm saying you could, like in a hypothetical, you could.
Sure.
Of like the burger thing, whatever, it was something he did recently, or Covfefe, right? That's not gonna affect him nearly as much as a unified front of just like calling him dumb or weird. Like, that's what's gonna drive him nuts. Or talking about Epstein, who's also not a pedophile anymore.
Oh, he's not?
No, he was falsely put up by Biden.
But wasn't he arrested and killed himself under the Trump administration?
No, they're saying he didn't kill himself. And also, all the Epstein files were created during the Biden administration.
No, they weren't. He was literally arrested and didn't kill himself, but killed himself, quote unquote, in 2019.
I read the post by Trump where Biden made up all those documents himself if they existed, and then showed the footage where it's missing a minute of a footage outside of his cell that isn't even his, to prove that he didn't kill himself.
Okay.
You can see the timestamp. There's like a little cut. Like, you can maybe not see the cut if you're not used to like cut the film, but it's pretty noticeable. But you can see, like, you can tell that there's a minute missing. Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure the timestamp like jumps ahead. And he's like, he didn't kill himself.
But okay, whatever.
Like, I'm surprised they didn't do what are those talking head things called, where they take a picture of someone and they make him talk, and it's like a little like puppet.
Sure,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's the same equivalent of them releasing one of Epstein, like, I didn't kill myself, and they're like, see, he said it. Like, it's just, it's missing a minute. And they're not, and they're. I think someone said it's missing a minute. He's like, no, it's not.
Things are shit. And
he said to stop bringing it up, because the FBI director is very busy and he has a lot of things to deal with, like dealing with the voter fraud in the 2016 and 2020 election, and that it's been stressing him out so much he has to take a mental health day.
So, this movie doesn't know visually. This movie is like the definition of throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks. And I don't think most of it sticks, but you can disagree. There are a couple visuals here that I think are just downright stupid and ugly. I think the cuckoo clock as the EKG is stupid and pointless. Like that's dumb. That's dumb, and it's not saying anything visually. It's just like, ooh, he thought this was cool, but it's not saying anything.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm unironically a huge fan of people just doing things because I think it's cool. Like, I don't think it should be the whole thing, but like, if you just want to put in a little bit in your movie and you just think it's cool, don't gotta mean shit to me. If you think it's cool, I'm sensing that. Oh yeah, dude.
Oh no, things suck. This movie didn't speak to me the way it speaks to Matthew.
Yeah, this
Dick
movie
Cheney
rocks.
isn't. It's fine. It's I don't like it. It's like a 3 out of 10 for me. Dick Cheney's evil. Things are bad. Do you have any final thoughts?
I think that, things are pretty bad, and
Sure.
you should try to find joy in whatever you can, because, like, yeah, you got to go out there and you got to do things to try to make it better, but don't fucking go insane. You got to have a thing that makes you laugh.
100%. Joy is an act of resistance. I understand. I think it's just the fact that not engaging is the wrong word, but like dunking on right-wing people isn't what I bring enjoyment out of.
Oh, I love
we
dunking.
just get enjoyment differently.
I got blocked on so many Twitters from dunking on people.
Yeah,
Shout outs to my girl Caitlin Bennett.
I know.
Miss you, baby. Bring me up. We can go on like a double date. You and Casey Anthony.
Do we want to end on that? Do you want to do socials?
Yeah, I can do socials. So you can find us on Instagram at 2menmoviepodcast@gmail.com. That's not true at all. That's our Gmail. If you want to send us fan fictions, if you want to send us I'll open it. Here's a $10 one. I've been offering $5 X readers. Here's a $10 X read opportunity. Make that bank. That's almost half a DoorDash. If you want to send in some Matthew X Casey Anthony reader, if it's good, it doesn't got to be great. If it's not bad, I will send you $10.
You can.
I will send you $15 if Harrison's in it and he's not having a good time. You can find me at Midwest_magician if you want to see my little plastic men, or if you want to forward my information to Casey Anthony, be a wingman, that'd be great. And you can find us on our YouTube if you want to listen to our episodes without Brandon at 2 Men and a Movie Podcast.
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Lemonade at harrisonpool.com.
I remember when you were
HARRISONPOOLDOTCOM.
like, I'm going to change it so it's easier for people.
It actually is easier for
Is
people.
it?
Yes. The moment I say harrisonpool.com spell dot, like, it makes sense. I'm just doing this for this podcast,
Okay.
spelling it all out so that it's people can just like they know exactly what to look up. But that's harrisonpool.com. You can follow me on Letterboxd at HDPOOLE124. Thank you so much to Tristan Hostetter for our theme music. Make sure you listen to his bands Tonight with Vince and Natural Health. Tune in next week. It's our 1 year. It's our 1 year anniversary special.
We're giving each other gifts of paper?
Yeah,
Is that 1 year?
I think so. We're doing Jennifer's Body. We're doing the lost episode,
Yeah,
guys.
the episode
We're
that
re-recording.
airs- our best episode that got lost.
So
The biggest tragedy. Fuck 9/11. The biggest tragedy of this country is us losing Jennifer's Body.
truly, but don't worry. Next week it'll be back. Thank you guys so much for listening. Book me on shows. Pay me to do stand-up, please. Anyway, thank you for listening. So long and good night.
Hugs and kisses.
This is Matthew and Harrison's 2 Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.